Do I need to do, like, the whole thing again? Because I will. I will do the whole thing again. You might be wondering, what whole thing? All right. This is from CNN. This is from yesterday. Coronavirus wave this fall and winter could potentially infect 100 million, White House warns. Just want to let this sink in. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. Coronavirus wave this fall and winter could potentially infect 100 million, White House warns. Let's read. The Biden administration is issuing a new warning that the U.S. could potentially see 100 million COVID-19 infections this fall and winter, as officials publicly stress the need for more funding from Congress to prepare the nation. I'm sure when they get that funding, that they're going to do everything in their power to stop COVID from spreading, right? Because it's the funding that's keeping them from doing this. That's why the last year, 2021, when they had funding, that's why COVID stopped existing. That's why there was no Delta variant and Omicron, right? Because they had funding, right? Once again, I think it was November, maybe, I don't remember, in the LA Times, Kamala Harris, currently the vice president, and at the time, also the vice president in 2021, in fall, said that the Delta variant totally blindsided the White House. They had no idea that a Delta variant was even possible. Blindsided! Does anyone know what that... They were like, whoa, variants, whoa! Totally blindsided. Why would you admit that in public, right? Like, even if that is the case, why would you admit that in public? And then Omicron happened, so they obviously, they learned their lesson from Delta. They were blindsided by Delta, and they learned their lesson, right? And they prevented the next outbreak, right? Wrong! Omicron comes along. The Biden administration directs the CDC to tell everyone to go back to work. 1 million cases a day. But they learned their lesson, right? You know, you couldn't put in improvements in between Delta and Omicron. It was too close. They learned their lesson. Right? Biden declared victory from COVID during the State of the Union in March. So, all's good. We win. And now, they don't have the funding. Now what are they going to do? There's no funding. All of a sudden, COVID's a big deal because we need more funding, right? They're going to get all this funding, and then they're going to be totally blindsided by the next variant. Let's read. All right. The projection of 100 million potential infections is an estimate based on a range of outside models that are being closely tracked by the administration and would include both the fall and winter, a senior administration official told CNN. Officials say this estimate is based on an underlying assumption of no additional resources or extra mitigation measures being taken, including new COVID-19 funding from Congress or dramatic new variants. 100 million people infected with a deadly virus as well as a debilitating virus. If you don't die, it doesn't mean you fully recover. We don't live in a binary world of good and evil. Everything's only good or only evil. You'll either die or you're going to be perfectly healthy. That's not the world we live in. A lot of people get COVID and then they're debilitated. They have disabilities for the rest of their lives, right? We saw people have gotten COVID in March and April of 2020 when the pandemic first started, and they still have yet to recover fully. Not everyone, but there's enough of a percentage. I read a couple studies that anywhere between 20 and 40% of people would develop long COVID symptoms. That's a fucking problem. The White House is sharing these estimates as officials renew their push to get Congress to approve additional funding to combat the virus. And as the nation approaches a coronavirus death toll of 1 million... What is this language? What the fuck is this? What is this? I'm sorry, but what is this? We hit 1 million weeks ago! Weeks ago! What the fuck is this? Why is Washington Post is doing this too? Oh, we're almost at 1 million. Motherfucker, we've been at 1 million, motherfucker. You stupid ass fucking prick. Who wrote this? Caitlin Collins is a genocidal fucking neo-Nazi piece of fucking shit eugenicist fucking loser. What is it? Oh, we're approaching 1 million. No, mother, we've been at 1 million for a month, probably even longer. The WHO recently estimated that there's been significantly more deaths from COVID than all reported by all the governments. Why? Because governments have an incentive to lie about how many people die from COVID. And so the WHO did an analysis with excess deaths in all these governments and found out that the real number is probably 3 times, 4 times maybe, in the global scale. I don't know how much America is contributing to that, but this is literally neo-Nazi eugenicist propaganda. I want to be very clear with my opinion on this. This is eugenicist propaganda. They are lying to you so that you don't think it's that bad. You go out, you get killed, or you get your family killed, and then they don't have to pay for you anymore. No one needs to pay those Social Security checks anymore. Let's go kill grandma. Let's go kill grandpa. Oh, the death toll is approaching 1 million. Where the fuck are these assholes getting this fucking information from when all of the publicly available counts say that we hit 1 million a month ago? About 2 months ago, the WHO is estimating we probably hit 1 million during winter, right? So, what? Why is CNN, as of May 7th, that's yesterday, saying that we are approaching 1 million? Officials have said the White House will commemorate the moment when the U.S. surpasses 1 million deaths from COVID. Do they have a time machine? Do they have a time machine? Do they have a fucking time machine? Do they have a time machine? Does anyone want to tell me? Does anyone have an answer here? Does the fucking White House have a goddamn time machine? We hit 1 million fucking deaths months ago! Like, are we fucking, like, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Every publicly available count says that we hit 1 million deaths already? Or am I losing my mind? Is the White House like, what? Did they just secretly develop a time machine? They're gonna go back in time to fucking March or like January, according to the WHO, right? Estimates, or it could be even further back, right? But, you know, there's really no way to know. Like, governments cover this stuff up, right? But anyway, what the fuck? What the fuck? And also, I thought that they declared victory for motherfucking COVID in goddamn March during the State of the Goddamn Union. What the fuck? What? What is this? CNN, Washington Post. Democracy dies in darkness. That's what the Washington Post fucking tagline is. Why don't you speak fucking truth to power? Why don't you go and say, you know, the White House says that coronavirus deaths have yet to reach 1 million, but every publicly available count said that we reached 1 million 2 months ago. Why doesn't CNN do this? Why doesn't CNN say that? Why? Because they're propagandists. They're eugenicists. They are neo-Nazis. This is a neo-Nazi. I want everyone to understand. Caitlin Collins, I have no idea what she has to say about anything else. Gonna be honest. But she is a neo-Nazi. This is eugenicist propaganda. This is like fucking literally like fucking Goebbels tier. Like, this is really fucking disgusting. This is like Himmler shit. They're just lying. They are lying. They are downplaying. Remember with that whole meme? Oh, Omicron is mild. Oh, right? And the CDC was pushing this. All White House officials were saying, Omicron is mild. Right? And then we found out, oh, actually, it's not mild. It's worse than the original coronavirus. It is slightly less deadly than the Delta variant, and that's enough to call it mild. So the original wild type variant, let's say that that's 1.0 for the sake of argument, right? Delta variant is like maybe 3 times as deadly, right? Omicron is like maybe 2.7 times as deadly as, and I'm just making these numbers up for the sake of explaining this to you in an easy to understand format, right? Let's say Omicron is 2.7 times as deadly as the wild type 1.0, but it's mild. It's mild. It's less lethal than Delta, therefore it's mild. Who came up with the word mild? Who came up with the word mild? The CDC did. Who came up with the word mild? The White House did. Why? They didn't want you to worry. Remember December 24th when they released those fucking guidelines that said if your symptoms are resolving, aka if you're still sick, you got to go to work, Jack. You got to go to work if you're still sick. Your fever went from 103 to 102.9. Well, you're technically resolving. Go back to work. Don't worry, Omicron's mild. The Biden administration has been sounding the alarm for weeks that additional funding is needed to continue the federal COVID-19 response, even as it seeks to return to normal with many pandemic. This is, again, this is neo-Nazi shit. This is Himmler, this is Goebbels, this is Hitler, this is all of this fucking shit. That's what this is. I need you to understand. CNN run by neo-Nazis, the CDC run by neo-Nazis, right? The White House run by Why else would they do this? This is eugenicism. They are literally culling the population of disability, people with disabilities, I mean to say, the elderly. This is, and they're doing it on purpose, and then they're lying about, oh, the Biden administration's all of a sudden, they start caring about COVID as soon as the funding goes away. Oh, the funding. Oh, the funding. All of us. Oh, Delta variant. Didn't see it coming. Omicron. What? No idea. Go back to work. Oh, the funding ran out. Oh, what are we going to do? The funding. Oh, God, the funding. Oh. Anyway, example number 7,494. How and why we are fucked. We are fucked. And not in the good dick way, folks. We are fucked. This is Trump shit. This is what Trump does. This is Ron DeSantis' COVID policy. Joe Biden's administration is more to the right than Ron DeSantis right now. I need you to understand this. The Joe Biden administration on COVID is running to the right of the furthest right governor in the country. Running to the right of the last Republican president. That's what they're doing. Oh, when COVID hits 1 million deaths, which, by the way, that happened months ago. But when it happens, we're going to commemorate it by begging for funding and then saying that we're going to solve the crisis. And then everyone, they got to take their masks off and then we're back to normal. We declared victory. When is he going to declare victory for the 15th time? Next State of the Union? When is he going to do it? Is he going to come here with the Resolute desk on Christmas and say, yes, we have beaten COVID, and then, like, meanwhile, you look out the window and there's, like, fucking body bags in your fucking front lawn because, yeah, like, what the fuck is this garbage? What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm losing my goddamn mind. I am losing my fucking mind. Who is this fucking loser whore, by the way, Caitlin Collins? Like, seriously? Who is this fucking loser, disgusting, eugenicist, neo-Nazi, son of a bitch, fucking whore bitch? Who is this fucking loser? And why the fuck are they printing this garbage? Do you have any shame? Do you have any fucking shame? At all? Do you have any fucking shame at all? What the fuck? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this fucking shit. Look at this. And then also, look at that. We already hit 1 million. And this is a conservative estimate. Worldometer, right? This is a website that can only go off of what the governments are reporting, right? It's not like Worldometer is going down there, boots on the ground in every single hospital and tracking this as a separate count. They're only consolidating what the governments are reporting. So the government of the United States, right, has reported a collective total of more than 1 million. Of all the various hospitals, all the various governments, all the county totals, they've already reported over 1 million. That's what the U.S. government is saying. The U.S. government combined, all of the different states and all of the different counties and all the different, has already reached 1 million, but the White House is saying we're not there yet. And now the White House, after being totally blindsided when they had funding, they had no idea what was going on. Oh, we got all this money. But I guess COVID's over now. That's Kamala Harris at the LA Times the last fall. This fucking shit is crazy. The Democrats, yes, I think it's fair to say the Democrats are the party of eugenicism, but it's also fair to say the Republicans are also the party of eugenicism, right? This fucking government is owned, bought, and paid for by neo-Nazis, right? Owned, bought, and paid for by people that want to do a mass slaughter and culling of disabled people. It's bought and paid for by people that don't want to pay Social Security to elderly people, so let's kill them with a fucking virus, right? This is, now again, I don't want to sound like a fucking conspiracy theorist here, right? Because again, but I guess I am a conspiracy theorist at this point, right? I mean, literally, how do you square this? How the fuck do you square these statements? Like, deaths, this is from the government. This is all the governments combined in the country. And the White House is saying, oh, we're not there yet. What is the White House number? Does anyone know? Can we find out what can we call Jen Psaki or whoever the new person is? Find out what the fuck the number is from the White House? Why is Joe Biden running to the right of Ron DeSantis? Why is Joe Biden running to the right of Donald Trump? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, am I crazy? Am I losing my mind? Because that's what I feel like. I'm losing my goddamn mind. That's what I feel like. This is CNN. Real on? Like, I am losing my goddamn mind. I got like a fucking, like a bruise or something on my shoulder. I don't know what happened. Oh no. Anyway, I'll deal with that later. Wow. What a show. Like, I mean, like, really, how do you square that? Like, I'm trying to, like, find out in what universe any of this is okay. And where, let's be honest, I have another question, right? Where the fuck are the progressives in Congress, and why aren't they sounding the alarm on COVID? And I'm talking about the squad, too. Why isn't fucking anyone in the squad sounding the alarm on COVID right now? Why isn't AOC going out there and saying, oh, why is the White House fucking lying about how many people died of COVID? Why are they, like, what are they doing? I'm just curious. It's possible that I've just missed all of that. It's possible. But is anyone talking about this? Anyone with a platform of national visibility? Is anyone talking about this at all? Is anyone, any elected member of Congress talking about this? No. Anyone that's on mainstream news talking about this? No. Anyone that has, like, any sort of national profile whatsoever that's out of news or politics? Are they talking about this? No. Like, this is fucking crazy. This is crazy. I just want to be very clear. This is literally like Adolf Hitler's Nazi party tier shit. I want to be very fucking like why? What is the incentive to downplay COVID other than profiting off of the deaths and suffering of those that are disabled and elderly? What is the incentive for downplaying COVID other than culling the population of undesirables? You know who dies at a higher rate of COVID? Non-white people. So why is the Democratic White House okay with majority people of color being just, like, again, dying by the thousands and thousands and thousands, by the hundreds of thousands? Why is the White House okay with that? Why is the White House okay with significant chunks of black populations just dying? Why is the White House okay with significant chunks of poor people dying, disabled people dying, elderly people dying? Why are they okay with this? Why? Does anyone know? Like, do they really value mass murder and slaughter of black people and minorities so much that they're willing to sacrifice the whatever percentage of white people also get killed? That's how fucking depraved this is. Like, I just want to put this back on just so it's on screen. Like, that's how fucking depraved this is. They want to accelerate the mass culling and slaughter of minority populations so badly that they're okay to sacrifice all the white people, all the wealthy people, all the celebrities, all the politicians that die of COVID. That's an acceptable sacrifice. As long as we kill all the fucking queers and all the blacks and all the immigrants, then it's all good. We'll kill some white people while we're at it, get rid of a couple, there we go. This is eugenicism. Like, again, this is neo-Nazi shit. This is like Adolf Hitler tier fucking garbage. Like, if Adolf Hitler was dealing with a pandemic, do you think he would have been like, oh, we don't even need to build these fucking gas chambers. We'll just target the pandemic against these minority populations? But, like, if Adolf Hitler was running a government during COVID, don't you think He would have saved a lot of money on those fucking gas chambers. What the fuck? God damn, Adolf Hitler is rolling in his grave right now. If only we had, like, if only he took power during the fucking Spanish flu. Right? If only Adolf Hitler had all of his fucking goons in the government during the Spanish flu, he wouldn't have needed the fucking gas chambers. He wouldn't have needed to fucking take over half of Europe. He would have just had everyone die just of natural causes. What the fuck? And yeah, am I comparing Joe Biden to Adolf Hitler? Absolutely, you're damn fucking right I am. In the same way that I would compare Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler. They're all fucking Adolf Hitler. This government is the Fourth fucking Reich. It's that simple. This is indefensible. This is in-fucking defensible. Like, tell me what universe? What universe does it make sense? There's some stupid fucking internet whore bitch in her fucking bedroom ranting and raving on a fucking live stream in front of 20 people somehow is more informed on COVID than the entirety of the White House. Somehow. What? What? That's right. They know. They just choose to pretend that the facts are different in public. This is the same thing Donald Trump did in April of 2020. He is on tape admitting to a motherfucker that COVID is dangerous and he's afraid of it, but he doesn't want to say that in public because he doesn't want to cause a panic. This is Donald Trump shit. This is the Donald Trump playbook. Joe Biden and Donald Trump on COVID are exactly the same. On COVID, they are one-to-one identical. I would even say at this point, honestly, I would even say at this point, there's a healthy argument that you could say Joe Biden is to the right of Donald Trump on COVID at this point. Now, like, if you would have asked me like 6 months ago, I would probably be like, But now, you ask me that now, who's to the right of COVID? Who's to the right on COVID? Joe Biden or Donald Trump? Joe Biden, right, or rather, Donald Trump is going to run in 2024, and he's going to be correctly saying, look how many people died under Joe Biden of COVID. And he's going to be right, and he's going to be correct. And what are the Democrats going to do about this? Nothing. Are the Democrats going to try and save people's lives? Nope. And then we've got this fucking vaccine, right? That was publicly funded by the government, right? Joe Biden says when he gets in office, we're going to globally distribute the vaccine all across the world so that we can end this pandemic globally. He says that when he's elected. And then now what? What happened to that? Oh, well, we can't do a global vaccine program until we vaccinate our own population. Oh, our own population's not being vaccinated because they're fucking stupid, low information jackasses? Well, instead of actually trying to do anything about it, let's just hoard all these vaccines, let them expire, and commit global apartheid genocide. And then you have Bill Gates. I didn't even cover this, but fucking Bill Gates a couple days ago was like, oh, we need to vaccinate the globe to end this pandemic. My goddamn fucking brother in Christ, you are the one who funded these motherfucking pharmaceutical companies. You're the one who lobbied the government so that the fucking pharmaceutical companies could take a patent on the vaccine so that it's not fucking open, right, to like any... Like, do you realize how fucking stupid this is? That instead of just giving these fucking governments the fucking blueprints to make the vaccine, that they are, like, fucking, like, African governments, right, and fucking South American governments, right, are still developing their own vaccine. We've had a fucking vaccine for, like, almost fucking 2 years, and they are still developing their own vaccines. Why? Because this government is fucking crazy. This fucking shit is crazy, motherfucker. This is crazy fucking shit. This is crazy shit. I mean, I feel like I'm in a movie. Like, I'm like the fucking, like, main character in a movie or something, and I'm just going crazy and being wacky and zany, right? And then the fucking world's gonna blow up. That's what I feel like. Like, you walk out, like, there was a poll that was done a couple weeks ago that only 6% of Americans think COVID is the biggest issue in this country. 6%. Only 6% of this country thinks COVID is a big deal. Does anyone know? Like, does anyone know how these people get away with being this dumb? It's a fucking feedback cycle. The fucking American fucking population gets dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. And dumber, and dumber, and fucking dumber, and fucking dumber, and then they vote for dumber and dumber and dumber fucking politicians, and then those dumber, dumber, and dumber politicians then enact policies that make the American population dumber and dumber and dumber and fucking dumber, right? They switch back and forth, make their own fucking party dumber, right? Trump gets in office, makes Republicans dumb as fuck, right? Joe Biden gets in office, makes liberal and Democrat people get dumb as fuck. Every time one of these fucking parties switch into power, what they do is they install new propaganda in their own voter base and make them dumber and dumber and dumber and fucking dumber and fucking dumber and fucking dumber, and they're fucking stupid. They're fucking dumb. Americans are fucking stupid, fucking little fucking morons. Like, we have the internet, motherfucker. You see this fucking shit? Everyone's got one of these. This is a fucking cell phone. This is my dog. Okay, he's wearing my hat. Okay, you can look up this fucking, like, you can immediately, right? Anyone can see, oh, the White House is claiming 1 million deaths hasn't been hit. You can look up your fucking US coronavirus death count, find this, and you can immediately see that the White House is lying, but no one fucking does it, right? Everyone's got infinite information in their fucking fingertips. At any point, they can look up the answers to all these questions, and they choose not to. But then also, we've got a whole information industry, right, that's like making it so that in order to fucking look things up, you have to go through a bunch of bullshit, right? Because at the top of Google, you have ads, right? And they're all fucking made by Republicans. Republicans have all the money. The billionaires have all the money, right? So they put all this money into Google ads, right, that feed people shit fuck propaganda. You ever get fucking shit like the post-millennial as its top result on Google? That fucking shit happens to me all the time. Why? Because it's in the ad section. So they pay that shit to be at the top of fucking Google. Why? Because they have all the fucking money. And then if someone does have the opportunity, or maybe the fucking any sort of fucking thought that ever pops in their fucking brain, the first thought that ever pops in their fucking brain, they decide to type something in and search something, and they see a fucking shit fuck article from the fucking post-millennial, then they're gonna turn into right-wing fucking conspiracy theorists, right? And we have the fucking whole Republican Party right now who's using this moment to talk about why fucking, oh, we need to ban condoms all across the country. We need to ban abortions all across the country. That's what Mitch McConnell's fucking saying. Let's ban all abortions all across the country. I don't know if anyone saw that. Mitch McConnell said that it's possible that there could be a national abortion ban. That's what they're going to do if they retake the fucking government. Is they are going to ban abortion nationwide, motherfucker. They don't even care about COVID. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're all fucking dumb. The whole fucking country obsessed with being dumber and dumber and dumber. Americans wake up every day being fucking dumber than they were the day before. Every fucking day. You'd think you should wake up every day, I don't know, read the news a little bit, maybe read a book, you know, a couple minutes in the morning, whatever. You'd think every day you live, you'd get smarter and smarter and smarter. You're alive longer. You have more information, more time to learn. No, motherfucker. No. Americans get fucking stupider and stupider and fucking stupider every single fucking day. These shit fuck, selfish, cocksucker, motherfucker Americans wake up and they think, oh fuck, I'm too smart. How am I gonna make myself more of a goddamn fucking idiot? Oh, I know. Let's go online and read shitfuck Republican billionaire funded news. Let's go online and see what the official fucking, let's see what Jen Psaki has to say. Because I trust her. Let's see what Joe Biden has to say about COVID. Oh, you can easily fucking find out that he's lying? Oh, well, but I still love him. I voted for him, so therefore I have to defend him and all. Like, what the fuck is going on in the brains of Democrats, by the way? I'm talking about, like, Democrats as in like voters, right? We're talking about Democratic fucking voters right now, right? We're talking about like people that like identify as a Democrat. Like I'm registered as a Democrat, motherfucker, but do I identify as a Democrat? Fuck no. Fuck no. Why? Because that's a fucking poisonous, toxic fucking label to be associated with. I don't want to be associated with that shit, but they fucking got their fucking hands all over the system, and you need to be registered as a fucking Democrat in order to participate in primary elections, by the way. But that's a whole other fucking story, right? But what's with these Biden voters? These fucking limousine liberal champagne fucking stupid ass fucking losers, right? They go on fucking Twitter and go on their fucking Facebook groups all day and say, oh my god, Joe Biden's like, who are these fucking losers? Like, do they not know how to read? Like, do people not know how to fucking read? Like, I read this, right? I read this, and I think, oh, huh. So the nation's approaching coronavirus death toll of 1 million. Well, what are we at now? Because note, by the way, that they don't tell you. It's not like CNN is telling you, oh, yeah, they're not going to give you an exact number, right? So, oh, how close are we to 1 million? I looked this up, and I find, oh, we hit 1 million months ago. But no one does this? No one reads? No one listens to Joe Biden say, oh, we're going to hit 1 million deaths soon. And then, oh, well, what are we at now? We're almost there. Why don't they just, oh, we're 999,413. Oh, but what? They don't say that, right? They just say we're almost at 1 million. Wouldn't you want to look it up? How close are we? Just out of curiosity, how close are we? Oh, we already hit 1 million. Oh, and when did we do it? Months ago. Oh, okay. Oh, but now they need funding. And, they need funding now, right? You gotta have that funding. What are they gonna fund? Oh, are they gonna fund universal masking? Nah, fuck that. Are they gonna fund people to be able to stay at home and work from home? Nah. Are they going to fund any changes to the supply chain so that people can get food and groceries at a cheaper, more affordable price and more easily without going to the grocery store and catching COVID at the grocery store? Nah. Are they going to fund the USPS that was decimated by Donald Trump and actually make it so that they're capable of delivering products on time, right? And delivering tests and masks on time, maybe for free? Nah. Are they going to do any of that fucking shit? Of course not. Why? Because they don't fucking care. The funding is a scapegoat. The funding, oh, we don't have the funding, so what are we going to do? They get the funding, they do nothing. Last time they had funding, they did nothing. When Trump got funding, he did nothing. When Biden got funding, he did nothing. So, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, there's that. I didn't mean to turn that into like a half an hour, but oh.